Well, hello everyone. Alejandro Tornato here, coming directly from Beaufort, Georgia. And I am so excited to once again share our daily teaching for the day. You know that I come live every day at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for a new daily teaching. And today I am excited because I want to talk to you about the value of listening. The value of listening. Now, I'm sure that you heard the statement of why we have only one mouth and two ears. And that's exactly for the purpose of listening twice as much as we speak. Now, for someone like me, who is an international speaker, and I love facilitating workshops, and I love to speak and connect with people. It's sometimes challenging to do as much listening as I do speaking, but through the years, I've learned that listening and active listening, and I've learned to become better as an active listener, because active listening has a lot of benefits, and it's great because not only you connect with people through words and through emotional words, but you also connect very powerfully through the application of the art of active listening. So, of course, having one mouth and two ears is a clear indication that listening is very, very important. And it is a valuable skill that we all need to keep improving all the time throughout our lives. Now, let me share a statement that Edgar Howe once joked, and he said, "No man would listen to you talk if he didn't know it was his turn next." No man would listen to you talk if he did not know that it was his turn next. I'm sure that, have you been in meetings? Have you been in conversations where people are really listening to you, but you know that rather than listening to you, they are eagerly waiting for their turn to speak? It happened to me a long time ago. I was always so eager to speak as opposed to be a good and active listener. But things change. You learn through your journey that listening is very, very important. Now, unfortunately, that accurately, what Edward Howe said describes the way too many people approach communication. They're too busy waiting for their turn to really listen to what others are saying. And sometimes they miss very important a very important conversation or a very important point, because they are paying much more attention to what they want to say as opposed to wait and engage in active listening to pay attention to what other people are actually saying. Now, on the other hand, people of influence understand the incredible value of becoming a good listener. Especially if you are moving up in that ladder of leadership, of success, you will very quickly discover, as you become more influential, you will discover the value that listening has as opposed to speaking too much. Now, let me go back in history and share with you that when Lyndon Johnson, who was a junior senator from Texas, he kept a sign on his office wall that read the following: "You ain't learning nothing when you are doing all the talking." Let me say that again. You ain't learning nothing when you are doing all the talking. And how about Woodrow Wilson, the 28th American president, who once said, "The ear of the leader must ring with the voices of the people." The ear of the leader must ring with the voices of the people. Now, the ability to skillfully listen is one key to gaining influence with other people. Consider these benefits to listening that I like to share with you right now. One is the fact that listening shows respect. Listening shows respect. You see, sometimes, you've seen, especially in the political arena, you've seen so many times that politicians, they just speak over one another. And it's a kind of a jungle bumble of words and nobody understands what's going on. And I think that shows a high level of disrespect to the person who is actually speaking or who has the turn to speak. You see, when another person is speaking, even if you are, I guess, debating someone, even if you have contradictory opinions to someone, just let someone express their opinion and wait and listen, active listen to what that person is saying, and then you will be able to speak in a more respectful and intelligent way. So listening, as opposed to speaking, shows respect, shows that you respect the other person, and whatever that person, whether you agree or disagree, you respect the right that another person has to speak his or her piece. Another, listening builds relationships. Listening builds relationships. I said it, that not only speaking builds relationships and connects people, but it's also the ability to listen to somebody else. You see, when you meet someone new and you have a desire to build a relationship with that person, if that person notices that you are always imposing your ideas and speaking all the time, and then perhaps being overwhelming and over dominating in your speaking, and you do very little listening, that is not welcoming. That is off-putting. People are more likely to reject that kind of an attitude as opposed to accept it. So be careful with that. Listening builds relationships, and it strengthens relationships, I would add. Now another, listening increases knowledge. Listening increases knowledge. If you want to learn, listen and don't spend all of your time speaking. The person who speaks all the time, I guess, doesn't have the time to learn from others. But if you want to learn from others, if you want to increase your knowledge, then turn the volume down on your speaking and turn the volume up of your listening. And that will increase your knowledge. Another one, listening generates ideas. Listening generates ideas. It does, because when you listen to somebody else, whatever that person is saying, that can help you generate an idea of your own. But if you're always talking and speaking and never listening, then you are reducing the likelihood and the possibilities that you are going to pick something that would help you to generate an idea. So listening generates ideas. And the last one is listening builds loyalty. Listening builds loyalty. And how good it is that people would consider you, or that you would consider another person a loyal person. That provides you with and builds your reputation as a person, because you are building your loyalty with people. Roger Imhoff said, "Let others confide in you. It may not help you, but it surely will help them." What a great truth that is. Let others confide in you. Always extend a listening ear to other people. Because whatever they want to confide in you, whatever they want to share with you, it may not really benefit you. But that it doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is that it will help them and it will benefit them. And you are a vehicle for that to happen. Now, at first glance, listening to others may appear to benefit only them. But when you become a good listener, you put yourself in a position to help not only yourself, but to help others as well. You have the ability to develop strong relationships, to gather valuable information, and to increase your understanding not only of yourself, but of them as well. So you see, listening has tremendous value and tremendous benefits for both the listening party and the speaking party. So that's why it is my encouragement to you to improve on your listening ability, on your listening skills. So let me close this by this statement that whenever possible, make sure that you pay much more attention to listening to other people than speaking, for all the benefits that I've already shared with you, because it will provide those benefits every time, and you'll see that listening will definitely transform your life, because you will be seen with different eyes. People will begin confiding in you because they can trust you, and they know that you have always a listening ear ready to listen to them, whether you agree with them or not, but at least they can rely on you, they can count on you, that you would spend time listening to them. Okay, so thank you so very much. It was great to share this teaching with all of you. And if you want to reach directly to me, there is my website address, alejandrojtornato.com, alejandrojtornato.com. You can contact me on my No Limits Living Facebook page, my Conversations with Influencers group, Facebook group. I am also active on LinkedIn. And check out my podcast at The Alejandro Tornato Show, available on all platforms where podcasts can be listened to. I mean, Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts, Spotify, and all the others. So thank you so very much for your time, for your attention, and looking forward to the next time that we meet. And as I always remind you, to live every single moment to the fullest, to be resilient, and also to be kind, to be passionate, to be intentional. And remember one thing, my friends, that we were not designed with any limitations in our lives. So live every single day to the maximum, to the fullest of your potential and capabilities, and make every day a limitless experience. Until the next time that we meet, Alejandro Tornato signing off. Take care and be well.